English grammar review prepositions. Number 1, we arrived the airport. Is it in or at? When we use the phrase arrived in, it is followed by cities or countries such as I arrived in the Philippines. I arrived in Malaysia. Meanwhile, when we use arrived at, it should be followed by a specific place such as at the venue, at the church. The answer is at. We arrived at the airport. Number 2, are you angry? Me? Is it about or with? When we use the phrase angry about, it should be followed by something. Example, I am angry about the news. I am angry about that matter. Meanwhile, when we use the phrase angry with, it should be followed by a person, a name of person or a pronoun. Are you angry with me? Me is a person. Number 3, I work blank Google. When we use the phrase work in, it should be followed by a place, a name of place. Example, I work in the Philippines, I work in Canada, or I work in Paris. Meanwhile, when we use the phrase work for, it should be followed by a name of a company or an institution where you work for. Example, I work for Microsoft. When we use the phrase work as, it should be followed by the name of a job. Example, I work as a doctor. The answer here, since this Google is named, B, I work for Google. How about number 4? She is afraid blank dogs. Is it from or of? Share your answer in the comments. Let's proceed to this one. In, on, or at. Let's have some clues. The preposition in is used for seasons, months, and of course it's also used for years. Meanwhile, on is used for days, and the preposition at is used for a specific time on the clock. Let's begin. Alright, so let's begin with number 1. Friday. Day. On Friday. Summer. Season. In summer. 2015. Year. In 2015. Monday. Day. On Monday. 12 o'clock. Specific time. Of course, at. Winter is season. In winter. April is month. In April. September. In September. Midnight is specific point of time. At midnight. How about number 10? March 18, 2025. How about this one? Prepositions at, on, or in. For place. At is used for exact locations. On is used for streets and roads. While in is used for towns, cities, or countries. Let's begin with this. Number 1. Your house. Specific location. Exact location. At your house. On Falcon Street. How about Washington, D.C.? In Washington, D.C. 130 signifies an exact location. At 130 Mabuhay Street. Canada is a country. In Canada. The High Street. On the High Street. Japan is a country. In Japan. Ilang-ilang Street. On Ilang-ilang Street. Manila. In Manila. How about the last one?